Good morning everyone. Today is the final video here from the island of Fernando de Noronha, and we're starting off by visiting what is supposed to be the best beach in Brazil, called Praia do Sancho. It is often voted as the best beach in Brazil, and this is inside the national park. So yeah, we just had to show them our ticket that we paid for before we entered the island to get in here, and it's just this little trail now. Already get a really nice viewpoint from up here, a bit of the beach anyway, and we've actually got to get on a ladder there to get down. There's specific times that you can only go down and up, right?
Yes, because it's just one way, so they usually separate the times that you can go down and then also the times that you can come up, and usually there's a line. I think already there's a line, so it's best to come very early or late in the afternoon.
This is one cool entrance.
Yeah, kind of sketchy.
Yeah, so there's some more ladders to go down here. It's more like steps now though. The other one was vertical. Alright, I think the sketchy ladders have ended now. Now just normal steps. Wow, it looks beautiful. Now that the sun's out, check out this sign. Risk of shark attacks. Didn't know there was going to be sharks on this beach, possibly. Which side should we go on?
I don't know.
So one of the guys that works here says that it's best to swim on this side. Over there the water's pretty agitated. A lot calmer on this side. That's why everyone's here. Yeah, I can see why some people vote this as the best beach in Brazil.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. And I think, and also some travel magazines, they also choose this as the best one in the world. I think it's won like 6 times as the best beach in the world. So yeah, it's a very, very nice place to be.
The guys that work here said that it's not usually this wavy or agitated, so normally this would be calm and be crystal clear. You can see all the sands in the water right now. So it's not as clear looking. Loads of sand actually. Check these guys out on the rock. They're literally on every beach. These kind of birds flying around. I call them the diving bombers because they just fly around like this. There you go. And dive down, doing some fishing. It's looking extra beautiful now. It's been less wavy the last few minutes. Unfortunately, I'm still a bit sick. I've got like an ear infection too, so I can't really swim properly. I've been kind of ill this whole trip, so it's not been the best, but at least I've been able to come out and see quite a lot of the island still. We gotta leave in about 20 minutes time, because that's gonna be the time slot to go up. If we miss that one, we'll have to wait like another hour. So before we head out, we've just come to a viewpoint here of Praia dos Porcos, which is the area that we were in yesterday. We were over there and the beach was closed because you're only allowed to access it when it's low tide. And yeah, probably an even better view of Dois Irmãos, the two brothers rocks. Yeah, 'cause it's not everywhere in Brazil that you get those kind of colors.
No, this place is really, really special. And also, I think the cool thing about this island is that it's so protected. So you go to some areas that is very like secluded, and for me that's more like, it makes it even more beautiful.
Yeah, and the wildlife here is amazing. Seeing all kinds of animals that we've never seen before, fishes too, very different. So they have a nice map here that shows the layout of the entire island. So this is the little village areas, and that's pretty much the only village area on the entire island. And this yellow line shows you the national park area. So all this and down here is the national park. And these are the main beaches that we've been going to all these days. Right now we're here on this beach, so it's inside the national park. So we ended up renting one of these things for the last 2 days. It's called a buggy, like a beach buggy. We got the Barbie one. We didn't ask for this color, but looks pretty cool. Have you ever been in one of these before?
Yes, but I've never driven one because it's usually manual and I can only drive automatic, so he's the driver.
I got the back. This is the only way you gotta get on the wheel. Bugi power. Yeah, this is definitely a cool way to ride around on the back of a Bugi. So we're back in the main village now. We're going to a local spot here that's supposed to have cheaper food on the island, since a lot of the restaurants around here are quite expensive compared to other places in Brazil. But apparently this place is less expensive. Another buggy, it's a nice color. So we've come back to our apartment. We got these takeaways here that they call quentinhas in Brazil. Pretty common. So it's usually like your typical Brazilian dish. You have like the rice, the black beans, some veggies, and then whatever choice of protein that you want. So mine's beef with onions. Yours is fish, isn't it?
Yeah, fish.
And Luis Vito's is egg. Big egg. You have different beans too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like lighter colored beans. And you can also get mashed potato if you want. I got like spaghetti. Kind of weird since I already have rice, but that's what I asked for. What did you ask for? Mashed potato.
Yeah, mashed potato and also rice.
Yeah, and this is 35 reais, but if we were to eat at the restaurant it would be 60, right?
Mm-hmm.
Almost double.
Yeah, it's a very weird thing.
I wouldn't expect it to be so much more. And I got the famous Brazilian soda, Guaraná. So we've now come to a place where we can do a trail to a beach called Praia do Leão, Lions Beach. Seems to be some sort of viewpoint. I haven't been on this side of the island yet, we're on the southeast. Looks pretty wild. So this is the side facing the open Atlantic Ocean, I think.
Yeah, that's why it's so rough, the ocean.
The other side is facing Brazil.
Yeah, the mainland.
Yeah, so it looks way more choppy here. We got another one of those shark warnings here. Avoid swimming, basically. Avoid sea bath if you sight a big shark. Well, yeah, I think you'll definitely be avoiding it if you see a big shark, unless you're some psycho. You're not actually allowed to swim here today anyway. They told us when we were entering, because the sea's just way too rough. This coast just looks completely different to the other side. The other side, I guess, looked a bit more like tropical looking. This doesn't look so tropical right now. Very different. Now arrived at our last sunset spot of the trip, which is called Pedro do Bugi. Yesterday we went to the beach here called Praia do Bugi, and there's like a viewpoint right next to it, so it's supposed to be a good place for the sunset. Carol, what animal is Bugi? I forgot.
Goat.
A goat?
Yeah.
Okay. So even when we were on the beaches during the day, we could see people at these viewpoints. Sun goes down over there. So I think we were on top of that cliff there earlier when we had the great views of those rocks. So that is Praia do Americano. I haven't been on that beach yet, but Carol and her brother have been on it. The Americans beach. So it's the next morning now. We've come to Praia do Porto, where we came the first day, to do the boat tour. The iconic sign of Noronha here. And we come to this beach because it's supposed to be one of the best places to do snorkeling and diving. This is actually where we saw the dolphins the other day in the boat tour, so maybe we'll see them too if they're around. So we just renting some better snorkel gear. We're gonna get the complete kit, 50 reais. So that's with the life jacket, fin, mask and snorkel. We already have mask and snorkels anyway, but not the others. You can even rent a GoPro here. The model that I'm using right now is the Hero 11, 250.
Põe o pé no chão, com o pé no chão, levanta só o calcanhar. Tá saindo, tira.
So this is gonna be our last stop on the trip here in Fernando de Noronha. It's called Ponta da Air France, Air France Point. Don't know why it has that name. And here you have some of the islands in the archipelago. So you can actually do a trail to this one here. You got to do it with a tour guide. So I think you access the water here, and there's supposed to be some natural pools on that island over there. So from this point you can see both sides of the island. This side where the water is usually calmer, less windy, and this is the side with the open Atlantic Ocean like we just saw before. So yeah, still very wild and still very windy. That island looks cool.
Yeah, almost like Pinaguyutan in the Philippines.
Yeah, it is like a mini one like that. We went to one in El Nido in the Philippines, and it was kind of like that as well. So I think I'll take the drone out for one final flight, and then we'll be leaving. So we're going to be heading out of here now. Later on today we're going to be leaving to Recife, and we're going to be spending a few days there, so we're planning on making a video there. We haven't explored that city before, and it's supposed to be pretty nice, and it's just been a spectacular 5 days here. I was sick for 2 of the days. I stayed at home, but even in the 3 days that I was able to go out, I saw a lot of the island. I think if you're here for like 3 full days, you can pretty much see the majority of the things on the island. Yeah, because it's not that big, and it is quite easy to get around, especially if you have one of the buggies, the beach buggies. You can do tours on the island as well. There's a full day island tour that shows you pretty much everything on the island, so that's another option. And it's definitely one of the best places that we've ever been to in Brazil. Easily the best island that we've been to in Brazil. And it just looks so unique. I mean, these kind of landscapes, a lot of the islands that we've been to before in Brazil, don't look like this. But all the other islands that we've been to were very close to the coast, so it kind of looks similar to the mainland, whereas this does look like one of those Atlantic islands. What are those famous ones?
Yeah, like Madeira,
Azores, the Portuguese ones.
Yeah, we haven't been to those, but we want to go there because of the same reason, because it looks very like virgin and crazy, wild, just like here. And we loved Fernando de Noronha. We definitely recommend this place.
Yeah, so there's definitely a reason that people rave about this place. There's a lot of foreigners here too, because a lot of places that we go to in Brazil, we don't see foreigners that often, but here there seems to be a lot, especially Europeans. And I don't think I mentioned before, it's extremely safe here. So we'd even see people just leaving their belongings and disappearing, doing trails. Like when you're walking around, you'll see people's bags just around because it's extremely safe. So yeah, there's no risk of theft and stuff. That's usually a concern for a lot of people coming to Brazil, but here you're fine, no problems at all. So if you enjoyed these videos, just drop a like as usual to support us. Subscribe to see more videos like this because we still have many to come from Brazil. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and we'll see you in the next one.